Hey, it's Freiberger, and I'm about to show you a sample episode of a show that we do on MotorTrendOnDemand.com that's called Roadkill Extra. It shows up every single weekday. It's got stuff like outtakes from shows, behind-the-scenes stuff, tech tips, you name it. You can see them all with a free trial at MotorTrendOnDemand.com. Hey, it's Freiberger here with another Roadkill Extra where I'm telling you about all our leftover project vehicles, and check out this death row of stuff right here. We've got the Rots in the shop, the Gremlin, Hairy Toe, some garbage that Hot Rod Garage is working on that'll probably run far better than anything that we would have built. And look here, we've got the 5.0 MG up top, some new El Camino that I probably shouldn't tell you about because that's like a Hot Rod Garage project, the Bone Marrow, and the Muscle Truck, which, by the way, is the most reliable and surviving project car in the entire Roadkill fleet. This thing has been beat on, driven by a bunch of people, and it just made it from here to Tucson and back for the zip tie drags, and nothing's wrong with it. Every other car broke. Speaking of which, the Draguar. You haven't seen this thing on the show in a long time, but we've been using it on our car show circuit, zip tie drags, power tours, stuff like that. And if you'll recall, it's got the swanky Blueprint engines, supercharged 383 small block in it. I think the last time you saw it in a Roadkill episode was probably when we were doing the massive burnout contest at Power Tour. And I think, was I driving it or Finnegan? I think I was. And it did such a brutal smoky that it caught spark plug wires on fire and flames and everything. We've tuned it up since then, made it actually run pretty good. But then we went to take it to the zip tie drags that happened in Tucson in January, and the transmission blew up. It never made it out of the parking lot in Irwindale at Irwindale Speedway. Steve Dulcich and his son James were going to drive this thing, and Dulcich went to do a burnout, and it stalled and died. And he gets out of the car and he's messing with it. He's trying to figure out what's funny about it. And he reaches in and fires the thing up, and the car takes off. And I mean, people are running out of the way. One guy had really good self-awareness and pulled his car out of the way because the Draguar was just going. And Dulcich trucked after it and jumped in and got it shut off. But there's something funny going on with the Turbo 350 that made that happen. It's not like he fired it up in gear. It was in park, and the thing was still moving at idling speed, which is quite a bit with this engine. And so, once again, the Draguar is down for the count. I don't know what our ETA is on getting it fixed or anything like that, because stuff tends to just sit around. But I thought you might like to see what one of our oldest friends has been doing. Formerly a reliable, good cruiser. And by the way, this thing over here, that is the S10 that was recently done on Hot Rod Garage. And I was curious to discover that they had done with it what I intended to do with it when I initially bought that truck. I think I paid $1,500 for it. It was brown. It's got a 4-cylinder and a 5-speed and everything. And I wanted to go, what happens if you hot rod it like a 17-year-old on a burger budget? So that's kind of what they did. A cheap lowering job. Is it wrapped? I think it is. Oh, it's plasta-dipped, yeah. And are these the wheels that were on my Impala and your S10? So these have gone through the family. They were on Kaylin's car, they were on my 67 Impala convertible, and now there they are on the Hot Rod Garage S10. So, another little glimpse into the mechanical chaos of the Roadkill project cars. If you need more Roadkill Extra, go sign up right now.